Jay Sean?
Dylan's good. Fred is not playing. And Jay Sean should be okay. He's testing it out, but a little back stiffness, and should be good to go.
Why is Fred out tonight? Is he still not fully ramped up, or what's he still waiting on, I guess?
No, limited movement in certain moves he's making. Say in the 80% range, and if he had to, he would play, but don't want to rush him back and being a little cautious with that as far as the back-to-back and big picture. And no need to rush him back now. Give him the days he needs to properly prepare and not have limited movement, and he'll be back out there shortly.
Is Jabari going to start instead of Fred?
Tari.
Would you assume that he will be out tomorrow night?
Yes.
Just with the Bucks being as big, do you think that this is a game where you guys could go smaller with Jabari or Fred at the 5 again and kind of try to exploit that, or do you feel like you need to match their size?
No, it's although they have a lot of length and size on as far as their bigs, they're more perimeter based. Specifically, Lopez, Sims coming off the bench, but other than that, it's not your traditional big lineup, big man the way they play. And so, obviously, Antetokounmpo is attack mode downhill at the basket, but the others really space and shoot off of them. And that's what hurt us last game. So, more likely that we will downsize and match their perimeter shooting.
You mentioned the other night, you were asked about your talented young team. You seemed to kind of chuckle and said you wanted more attention and effort from this group. Where do you think that is lacking, or why do you think that was lacking in recent nights?
Oh, what I was talking about was I more so chuckled at the tired of hearing young as a reason, I think, more than anything. Yeah, we're talented, but I think that I don't know if the reporter was asking me as an excuse for why we lost to Utah. They had a very young team out there as well. Obviously, back-to-back, late night, getting in 3 in the morning, whatever, but the whole league is going through that. They played the night before, and so I think the success we had early got a little content at times, and we're not doing the things that obviously we were doing early in the season as far as an effort and physicality standpoint. But the growth is what I'm talking about, and it's a year and a half in my tenure here with those guys. Some of those guys 3-4 years in the league, and you want to see steps taken as far as not making the same mistakes and learning and growing from experiences. And so that's more so what I was referring to, that we got to take those steps. And it's not just our young guys. We have some veterans making the same mistakes as well. And so positioning, communication, all the things we work on, and especially with a team like Utah that plays a ton of off ball and offensive rebounds, those are 2 areas that hurt us, and those were obviously points of emphasis going into the game.
Anything else?